welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah, and today I want to share with you my June bullet journal spread. As always, just a quick flip through of the month before. I had a lot of fun using my May bullet journal spread. I found that the Dutch doors had not caused me any problems at all with writing on previous pages or new pages, so I'm probably going to use them again in the future. If you guys have suggestions for some Dutch door ideas, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. But for this month's video, I wanted to do things a little bit differently. A lot of people actually ask me, how do you decide on your cutouts? Where do you get them from? How do you decide on your layouts? And I kind of wanted to give you a little bit more in-depth idea. So basically, I just choose some of my favorite series I've read in the past, series I'm reading currently, and I just go and find a manga reader online. I basically go through every single page of the series and just save images that I like, and then I transfer those into a Word document and just print them off, as you see here. I usually cut them out with just some plain kitchen scissors, and then I'll use like some eyebrow scissors to get them really close if I need to, but it's pretty simple, just cut them out. And then after I've cut them all out, I kind of lay them out and decide what ones do I think would look best on which page. So for the front page, I decided I wanted to use these pictures of the two main characters. So at this point, I'm sure some of you guys are wondering, Sarah, what series are you doing this month? And the series I chose this month is Banana Fish, and it's actually pretty crazy timing because on the 8th of July, they're actually coming out with the anime adaptation, and it's actually done by some pretty amazing creators, the director of Free, the character designer from Fruits Baskets. It's probably going to be good. I might be overhyping it, but we'll see. I'm very excited for that anime to come out. But essentially, the story pretty much goes like this. The story takes place in New York City in 1985. A dying man leaves his boy toy and gang leader Ash Lynx a strange drug, and this is the key to something called Banana Fish. The mysterious potion will lead Ash and his trusty friend, a photographer Eji, to a disturbed Vietnam vet who remembers a massacre, and then into a brutal battle with the mafia over control of the drug. Banana Fish is an amazing series. It's really in-depth, it has great character development. I absolutely recommend this to anyone who's interested. It kind of has a romance friendship between the two leads, so it's really interesting. I love it, definitely recommend. My next two pages are the same as they will be every month. If you're not familiar with this, please check out some of my previous videos and you can see the layout a little bit more in depth. But I've got my calendar. Last month it was a little too tiny for me, so I made it a little bit bigger because I always flipping back to this calendar. I painted out a little yellow space that I'm going to put my affirmation in, and while that dried, I decided to just fill in my habit tracker and my financial tracker. So once that was done, I just wrote in my affirmation, and this month my affirmation is, the best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today. Because honestly, you never know what tomorrow has in store, so all you can really do is the best that you can do in this moment today and hope that it impacts your next day as best as it can. A bunch of you have also asked me to go a little bit more in depth in my financial tracker, so I thought I'd do that really quickly first. So I have a few columns here. My first column I call my rating column. So I rate things good, bad, and okay. Like this was a good purchase, this was a bad purchase, this was an okay purchase. And I just rate it with those, and that's how I decide on my percentage bar. It's the, good, bad, and okay percentage bar. So I just write a G, B, and an O, depending on what that purchase was. The box beside that is just a date, and then the one next to that is just if I used credit card or if I've used cash to pay for this purchase. Then I just write down what the purchase was and the amount. And it's really honestly a very simple tracker because math is not my strong suit. I'm not going to go really in depth in this. I'm not an accountant, so I just want to make sure I'm not spending more money than I have. And I love using this financial tracker. So I'll show you in a few pages how I kind of get my percentage bar going. If you've watched my videos before, you'd know that in March I used this 30-day square spread. I had such a good experience using it and I knew I was going to use it again. I'm going to try to probably use this spread every month that has 30 days because it's just so effective. And I just did a simple white and yellow checkerboard and just threw in a little black line there at the bottom just for, you know, I don't know, aesthetic, artistic. I might have just counted the squares wrong. You know, moving on to the last pages, I just put in a cutout of Edgy and Ash looking all swanky and just kind of outline them in a nice yellow to keep that theme consistent. To the left of them, I've put my financial percentage bar. So going back to my financial tracker, I just rate things from good, bad, and okay. I tally up everything on the front page. I turn it into percentages, and then I figure out visually how good and bad my spending habits were this month. I'll try to make sure next month I have this filled out so you guys can kind of see what that looks like. So this month around, I decided to make my notes section really big because I found I was writing on scrap pieces of paper again, and that was the entire purpose of getting a bullet journal for myself in the first place, was because I write on so many random things in random notebooks and I wanted everything to be in one place. So it was time to bring back a larger notes section, and I can tell you already about a week into this month, it has paid off tremendously. I love having a big notes page for the month. My last pages, I'm just going to add my little review section. I love having a monthly review section. I've added a little tasks chart because there are some main things that I need to get done each month and I have to make sure they are priorities. So I've got them in my tasks section. And finally, of course, there are my goals, things I want to achieve beyond the things I have to do this month, things I want to push me forward in life. So that is it for this month's bullet journal spread. I hope you guys liked it. If you are a fan of Banana Fish and you're excited about the up and coming anime adaptation, let me know how hype you are in the comments below. As always, give this video a thumbs up, and remember, stay hydrated.